Things aren't always going to be easy. Let's talk about when things are hard and people are stupid. Hi! In case I ever changed my mind and wanted a refund, could you please let me know how long I would have to submit that refund request? What is up, everyone? Welcome back to KitchenTableTCG. My name is Louie. I hope you have yourself a fantastic day. Today we're going to talk about some of the behind the scenes of running a business. Also, though, this applies whether or not you're running a business or doing life or running a TCG player store or just things aren't going your way. I wanted to chat with you today about some of that stuff behind the scenes. So I'm going to paint you a scenario. There's two things that I've had to go through this past couple weeks. Number one was a customer who bought a PSA slab from me on my website, gamegrove.gg. It was a Pokemon slab. He called, we talked on the phone. I told him, yeah, we do have the card. Yeah, that is the price. He picked up the card. He used a discount code that he found from some website. I don't know. Bought the card. We shipped him the card. Within like 4 days, he got the card all the way on the other side of the country. This is now a week later, after he's received the card. A week later, he sends that email and says, hey, just curious, if I decide I don't want this card, how long do I have to refund it? Okay. This is the type of stuff that you're going to run into if you own a business. If you run a store, if you do things on eBay, on Amazon, or whatever, on TCG Player, this is the type of shenanigans that people run. I had another customer. This was a pre-order for, I think it was Murders at Karlov Manor deck or something like that. It was either Murders, no, it was Fallout. It was a pre-order for a Commander deck for Fallout, a $55 Commander pre-order. He ordered it 2 or 3 months ahead of time. Typical, it was $55, whatever. He ordered it, and then 3 days before we would have shipped it, right? He pre-ordered it. 3 days before we would have shipped it. Instead of reaching out and asking to cancel, which I would have done with zero charge, I would have canceled your order. If you were like, hey, I don't want this order, I would have canceled it, refunded you 100%, refunded all the shipping that you paid, because I haven't shipped it yet. I don't care. He submitted a chargeback to his bank. Okay, instead of reaching out to us, he filed a chargeback through his bank. So here's what happens for those of you who don't know in that scenario. The bank takes the money, they charge me a $15 chargeback fee. Mind you, I didn't screw this guy over. I didn't do anything wrong. I just sold him a deck and hadn't shipped it as a result of it not being released yet. And as a result, he did a chargeback, didn't even file a complaint to me or anything, he just did a chargeback. Now, here's the thing, this is where I want to get to. Both of these scenarios, there is nothing that I did wrong. I run my business well. I am proud of what we do here at Game Grove. I'm proud of the online stuff. I'm proud of all that stuff. I'm proud of the Discord server we've created for KitchenTableTCG with people who can get product at cost and all. I'm proud of everything we've done. We did nothing wrong, but we will always have things like this that come up and just try to distract you from the reality that things are going good. And what I've learned over the last 3 years is that whenever something is going wrong, whenever there is a negative, it inevitably takes up all of my attention and all of my time. You know, we ship out 200 orders a day. We might get one time a day in 200 orders. We might get somebody send us a message about, hey, this card wasn't in the condition you guys said it was. Hey, your shipping didn't work. Hey, whatever. And my focus tends to only focus on the one time me or my staff or my employees messed up, compared to the 199 times that they did everything perfect and that they did everything and nobody responded. And this is the same thing works in the comment section, right? One negative comment, that's where my brain goes to, as opposed to all the positive comments about the channel and people liking the, hey, if you're liking the channel, you can pick up a Kitchen Table TCG shirt. Listen, this is the elf one. We send out a token with this as well. So you get I think it's a 2/2 elf warrior token if you picked up this one, gamegrove.gg. Anyway, sorry for the random little sales pitch there. It's so easy to focus on the negative rather than the positive. And this is my encouragement to you. If you're gonna do this, it is so much more difficult to run a business, again, whether that be running a business like I do on YouTube and whatever, and have a public facing, or this be just on TCG players selling singles, or on eBay store, like this is real things that you can do. It is way, way easier for you to play video games and to not take that step in your life. You will have very few negative interactions with people if you do that. It is safe to sit in the corner and play video games and, you know, watch Netflix. Listen, I just watched 3 Body Problem on Netflix. Last week, I didn't do this. Last week, I did not do what I'm trying to tell you here. I watched Netflix. I binge watched a show on Netflix last week. It is far easier to do that and to avoid the negativity in your life than to try to do something that requires time, effort, and tough, thicker skin. And so what I want to encourage you with is that no matter what, when you try to go down the path of doing something rather than doing nothing, you're going to find this like resistance, and it's so easy to focus on the negative. But here's what I do. Okay, this is what I have learned over 3 years. Whenever a negative thing comes that way, I think about it and I mark it as unread. I read it, I mark it as unread, and then I move on and I go accomplish something else. And then at the end of the day, I come back to those negative things, those things that I don't want to handle, the negative reviews on TCG Player, or the customer service issue that I know is our fault, so I'm a little bit upset with my friends that work for me, whatever that is. I wait a couple hours and then I come back to it and then I handle it, and I be the bigger person. My response to this person with the slab was, hey, yeah, if you ever want to return it, you can return it. You're just going to have to pay the shipping fees and a 15% restocking fee. Because at the end of the day, when I return something, I still have to pay the processing fees. If you buy something for $100 and I have to pay 3% processing fees, I have to pay $3 on that on the processing side. Plus I paid the shipping, plus I paid whatever. So I just sent a professional email. I didn't want to send a professional email, but that's what we said. We sent a professional email. Yep, we will refund that for you whenever you want with a 15% restocking fee, and you got to pay the shipping. Done. And now it's done. It's off my chest. It's off my shoulders. I'm making a video about it now, so I guess it's not really that off me, but I can start focusing back on the positive things. The chargeback, right? The chargeback for the Fallout deck. I submitted I emailed the person. I was like, hey man, why didn't you just try to cancel this order? Like, this is now going to be a whole thing. Then I submitted all the chargeback stuff through Shopify and said, hey, listen, this is the evidence. I didn't ship this because it said that I wouldn't ship this until whenever. I will ship this if you want me to, whenever you want me to. And but here's the deal. He pre-ordered something that hasn't come out yet. They signed it in his favor. I had to pay an extra $20 on that deck, but at the end of the day, it works. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I sold 300 Fallout decks, I bet, before that one went bad. Okay, so if you focus on that one that went bad, you will quit. You will walk away and you will never do this. Because there will always be, it doesn't matter how good you are at this, there will always be things that are negatives. And if you focus on just the negatives, you're going to walk away from this rather than focusing on the positive stuff that's going on. So my encouragement to you is don't just force yourself into doing nothing. Netflix and YouTube, and I guess you should watch YouTube. I don't want you to not watch YouTube. Don't just do nothing, but actually take the risks to move forward and do the things that are hard. And even though when you do things that are hard, you're going to get hit. You have to have thick skin and this stuff. If you're going to do things that are hard, there's going to be hard times. And listen, I mean, selling cards is not that hard. It's not that hard of work, but it is draining when you're taking risk and putting your stuff and your energy and time into things and things don't go well. Just find yourself looking at the positives rather than the negatives and it will work out. So have yourselves a great day and remember to be kind to the people around you. If you want to join the Discord server, head on over to KitchenTableTCG.com where there's a bunch of people who are buying, selling, and trading things, and they're running businesses like this too. It's also a great place if you want to support the channel. You can do so there. If you want access to product, there's a gold wizard tier where you basically, whenever you want, get to make a request to me. If I can get the product from distro, I will sell it to you at that, plus cost plus shipping and the processing fee, all that thing. So have yourselves a great day. Be kind to the people around you. We'll see you again next video.